Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today's the day, guys. We finally got the bike. It is the Scott Foil 10. I've been trying to get my hands on one of these bikes for the longest times. This is my first time seeing it, along with, I'm sure, you guys as well. I've had them on order. Actually, one of my buddies over here at another store, he said he finally got one in and sold immediately, but he's like, hey, if you want, come by, take a look at it. It looks absolutely beautiful. This is a Scott Foil 10 2021. Size small. Retail on it is $6,000, and it weighed in at, as you see right here, 17 pounds 9 ounces. I don't have the kilos in there. I'm not at my store. I just have my scale on there. We just threw it up there real quick, but you can convert that to yourself. But I'm very excited. Kind of wanted to show off the cockpit, the integration system up front, show off some differences between this and the Addict. But color looks great. I've done the video of the Addict as well. This is the same color they kind of carried around for the whole bike line. It's kind of that purplish green chameleon color. You go up top here, it's more green. You come over here to the back, it looks more purple on top now. Absolutely sick. I mean, I think they did a home run job with this bike. The only problem with this bike is availability on getting it. I mean, we put back orders in for these bikes. I still haven't seen it. So if you're looking for one, if you find one, if you're thinking about getting it and you do find it, jump on it. If you can't find one, put a slow back order on it and wait for it, because it is a sick bike. So we'll start off. This is the Foil by Scott. This will be like their aero road bike, similar to like Trek's Madone, similar to Specialized's Venge, which would now be the Tarmac SL7. This is going to be their more aerodynamic bike. That's why it's going to be a little bit heavier than the Addicts I showed. We'll go right up to the top of the handlebars. For the Foil 10, you do get the full integration of the handlebar and stem. This is not an aluminum piece. This is a full carbon, so carbon bar, carbon stem, no cable showing on the bottom. You have the integration plate for the handlebar mount right there, or for the Garmin mount if you wanted to by Synchros, they make that. The stem cap right here, you pull this off. Kind of see right here, this is their stem situation they got going on. Again, you can pop these off in the front if you wanted to lower it, so you can lower it and add spaces to the top. Looks very cool. Cap slides right back on there. She's good to go right there. I think it's really nice that they put, for the $6,000 model, they included the integrated carbon fiber bar and stem. I think for even the Addict, the $6,500 one, the Addict 10, their Addict 10 is still aluminum bars and aluminum stem. And not until you get to the premium, which is the $8,500 one, do you get the carbon fiber. So a nice little plus on the Foil. You do get the carbon fiber bar and stem, which is a huge plus. The wheels on here are going to be the Synchros Capital 1.0. But these are going to be a 50 millimeter depth. So similar wheels to what I showed you before on the Addicts, but those are 35 millimeters. These are going to be 50 millimeters for their more aero wheels. So very cool that they added that as well. I just noticed that, but the hubs on the front and on the rear are going to be the same as the hubs on the Capital 1.0s with the 35 mils on the Addict. And they are tubeless ready, yes, but the tires are not tubeless ready, so you would have to replace them to different tubeless tires. The gearing on the Foil 10 is going to be the Sram Force. This is their 2x setup, the 2x12. So you have the Sram Force wireless, hydraulic disc brake. Tires on here are going to be the Schwabe. Jesus, what the hell is that going on? The Schwabe 700x28. Very comfortable tires, very wide tires. And you can see right there, tube only. Sounds like a parade going on. Anyways, 700x28 tires. They're great, but if you do want to run tubeless on there, you would have to change out the tires. You can see right here, you have where the Addict used to have the magnetic cover plate for the bolts. That is no more on the Scott Foil. It's going to be on the back right here as well. And they kind of have these little flare tails right here to add more aerodynamics. I don't know if that's actually going to do anything, but it is a nice little plus. Wheels are center lock. These are Sram Force rotors, center lock rotors. You have the nice subtle Scott logo in the front right here. Very minimalistic. Then you also have the Scott logo on the side right here. Looks clean. You got the Scott name brand going all the way down. Kind of like a gloss color, so the whole bike is matte. And then the Scott logo is gloss all the way down and goes into a matte black carbon fiber, which looks great. I'm going to go back over to the front so we can see. You're going to get the Sram Force crank. And you can see right here it says power ready. What that means is that this crank arms are new. They're the Sram Dub Force crank arms. They're carbon fiber. But if you did want to put a power meter on there, these are the 8-bolt pin crank arms that can take a power meter if you're looking for that. So you don't need to buy a whole new crank. You can just buy the spider or the chain ring and put that on there. You do get a 4835, so it is a 2x SRAM Force front derailleur. You get a 4835 in the front. In the rear, you're going to get a 1033 in the back. You have a SRAM Force chain, a SRAM Force rear derailleur, and the black SRAM Force cassette in there as well. Little decals will show them back down here. You have the UCI sticker right there, the small 52, and the foil 10 logo. This is all matte, which I think is cool, and then you go up to the top. This is a gloss carbon to gloss carbon right there. You have the integrated C-post wedge. This is a proprietary C-post by the Scott Foil, just a regular Scott carbon fiber foil C-post, nothing crazy about it, but it is the only C-post that will work for this bike. You have the Belcara saddle, a little bit wider with the prostate cutout, and a nice brown color to match the brown tail and sidewalls on the rear. And then for the rear wheel is going to be the Capital 1.0 as well, and I think this is a 50 millimeter wheel. Yeah, so it's 50 millimeters, nothing crazy, bladed spokes, but more depth, more aerodynamics for the foil, as you guys can see. But yeah, same wheels, same tire as well on the rear, 700 by 28. But this bike is absolutely beautiful looking. You can see this is a little bit different on the Addict, a little bit beefier, but it does have some reinforcement for, again, the lower seat stays for the aerodynamics. You do have this same Scott Synchros tool for the rear, like you guys have seen on all of my Addict videos where this can pop out. It's going to be a T25. It can go into the front axle if you need to take off that wheel, or if you ever have a crash or spill, God forbid, you can take this off and adjust your headset or whatever if you needed to turn that back over. But I think they did a great job. This was a new redesign for this year, for 2021. The full integrated stem cockpit system looks great. I think for $6,000 for a carbon fiber bar and stem combo and a bike and carbon wheels, that's a crazy deal. $6,000 for a fully spec carbon wheel bike, electronic shifting, everything, insane. So Scott always hits it out of the park with their colors and their grouping. But yeah, I was just excited just to see it because I was a big fan of the foil. I just didn't like their cable systems because their rear brakes back in the day for the rim brakes were horrible, and then for the disc brakes I didn't like how the cables were ran. But they did a great job. I can't complain. Sorry about that, I almost dropped my phone. But yeah, they did a great job, can't complain. I absolutely love aero bikes. I'm a big fan. I wish Specialized would bring back the Revenge. But $6,000 for this bike, absolutely insane. So we'll finish off with the brand new 2021 Scott Foil 10. Retail is $6,000. This size 52 weighs in at 17 pounds, 9 ounces. Retail $6,000. You can't go wrong with it. If you guys are looking for this bike, if you guys are thinking about buying this bike, if you guys want this bike, if you find it, buy it. If you're thinking about it, put a deposit on it, because they did a home run with this bike. It's amazing, very aerodynamic. It's going to be more aerodynamic than the Addict. So if you guys are looking for an aero bike with some, and still, it's not heavily aero. I mean, it still has some climbing properties. If you watch the Tour de France, the whole Scott team, a majority of them were riding this foil, even on the climbing stages. It still has some get up and go on it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I do have some more bikes coming out. I don't know where this bike is at. I've been going all over the town today, looking at different bikes and filming them. I have a bunch of bikes coming in and out. So stay tuned, stay posted. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited, and I'll see you all next video. Thank you so much. Bye.